Have you ever left a task undone, only to find it nagging at the back of your mind hours later? It's a common experience, almost a shared phantom limb of the psyche. But what if this mental echo isn't a bug, but a powerful, ancient feature of your brain? Welcome to the intriguing world of the Zeigarnik effect, a psychological phenomenon that reveals why your mind simply refuses to let go of what you haven't finished. Our journey begins not in a modern lab, but with a lesser-known experiment from the 1970s. Researchers presented participants with puzzles, then intentionally interrupted them with a loud, unexpected noise. What they discovered was remarkable. The noise didn't deter their focus, but actually enhanced their memory for the unfinished tasks. Did you know this mental stubbornness was even explored during the Cold War? Historical accounts suggest that some organizations, like the Soviet Union's KGB, researched the effect's potential to optimize soldiers' focus during training, a striking application of psychological insight into attention and memory. Now, prepare for a mind-bending truth that challenges everything you thought about productivity. Unfinished tasks aren't always your enemy. They can be a potent catalyst for creativity. We're often told to finish what we start, to tie up loose ends, yet groundbreaking research suggests this isn't always the optimal path. Consider a fascinating 2022 study where participants were asked to leave certain tasks incomplete. The results were astounding. Those who consciously embraced incompleteness were a remarkable 27% more likely to generate novel, inventive solutions later on. Why? Because their brains, refusing to let go, kept working on it subconsciously, like a background program running in your mind's operating system. This is a profound shift from conventional wisdom, isn't it? It suggests that sometimes the goal isn't necessarily rigid completion, but rather embracing a form of constructive incompleteness. Letting go of the quest for absolute perfection and finishing a draft just enough can actually accelerate your progress, allowing new ideas to ferment and emerge when you least expect them. But the real magic happens when we move from theory to transformation. Imagine a professional who not only embraces this power, but redesigns her entire workflow around it. Meet Maria, a renowned productivity coach who once battled endless to-do lists, feeling perpetually behind. Her breakthrough came when she decided to embrace what she calls cliffhangers. Instead of finishing a task entirely, she would deliberately leave it with a clear next step, incomplete, at the end of each work session. For instance, she'd stop after writing 500 words of the report, knowing precisely where to pick up. The outcome? An astounding 30% increase in her daily output. Can you picture the impact of such a simple yet revolutionary shift? What started as Maria's personal hack soon spread. Her team members, witnessing her renewed energy and efficiency, began adopting collaborative cliffhangers. Projects began moving forward with unprecedented momentum, not because of endless hours, but because their brains were primed to restart with ease, eliminating the dreaded "what do I do next?" paralysis. Now that you've seen the potential, how do you harness this psychological superpower for yourself? It's time to equip you with your brain's secret weapon. We're going to pivot from understanding to action with 3 practical exercises to intentionally hack the Zeigarnik effect. First, embrace the cliffhanger journal. Before bed, jot down tasks you're just starting or have left deliberately incomplete. This isn't a typical to-do list. It's a prompt for your subconscious, keeping those mental tabs active overnight. Imagine your brain working silently while you sleep. Second, master the 2/3 rule. Instead of aiming for 100% completion, deliberately leave tasks about 33% incomplete. Design 2/3 of the presentation, or draft 2 paragraphs of the email. This creates that perfect psychological tension, compelling your brain to pick it back up with greater ease. Finally, try ghost tasks. When overwhelmed, mentally assign an unfinished task to a fictional coworker. "Okay, Ghost, you've got this report for now." This clever mental trick reduces guilt and surprisingly boosts motivation for when you return, transforming a burden into a shared responsibility. But wait, there is more. The Zeigarnik effect isn't confined to your productivity apps. It's a foundational principle woven into the very fabric of human experience. This isn't just about managing your tasks. It's about understanding the deep architecture of your mind and the world around you. From a neuroscience perspective, when tasks are left incomplete, your brain's default mode network springs to life. This isn't idleness. It's your brain mimicking its problem-solving mode, actively processing and preparing for the next step, even when you're consciously disengaged. Did you know this effect influences your wallet too? Economists have observed how marketers shrewdly employ the Zeigarnik effect, like those tempting free trials that require just one more step to unlock full benefits. This taps into our innate aversion to loss, the discomfort of abandoning something we've already invested in, however minimally. And here's a truly profound thought. Could this be an evolutionary echo? Our ancestors might have remembered unfinished tasks, like, did I hide the berries safely? Or, where was that fresh water source? Making the Zeigarnik effect a primitive survival mechanism, a silent guardian of our past. Get ready for another mind-blowing moment, because your brain isn't just haunted by unfinished tasks. It can actually lie to you about what you've already completed. This is where the Zeigarnik effect gets truly sneaky, potentially distorting your very memory. Have you ever diligently finished a significant task, only to be immediately distracted by something trivial, a phone notification, a sudden thought, or a brief conversation? The effect reveals that people often forget they've completed tasks if an interruption occurs right after. Your brain, still primed for the unfinished, might categorize it as still pending, leading you to believe it's incomplete even when it's done. Imagine a student who meticulously finishes an essay, then gets sidetracked by a social media alert. Later, feeling the familiar Zeigarnik tug, they might genuinely think they haven't written it yet, potentially leading to wasted effort and double work. It's a stark reminder of how fragile our perception of done can be and how easily our cognitive biases can mislead us. But the real clarity comes now, as we illuminate this elusive psychological force with images that truly make it click. To truly master the Zeigarnik effect, sometimes you need to visualize its power. Think of your brain as a brilliant, relentless detective. It simply cannot stop thinking about an unresolved mystery, an unsolved case. Did I lock the door this morning? Did I send that crucial email? Your mind, like that detective, keeps returning to the mental clues until the case is officially closed. This nagging isn't a weakness. It's an unwavering commitment to resolution. Or consider the world of video games. Unfinished tasks are precisely like uncompleted quests. In a vast, open-world adventure, your internal quest log keeps reminding you, level up, find the hidden artifact. Your brain continuously nudges you, urging you to complete the mission and claim your reward. Finally, visualize your brain as a Beckett pendulum. When a task is unfinished, that pendulum swings towards it, vibrating with potential energy. It needs an external force, the act of completion, or even the deliberate mental closing of a task, to bring it to rest. Which metaphor resonates most with your experience? So why isn't this just another fleeting self-help hack you'll forget by tomorrow? Because we haven't offered generic advice to get things done. Instead, we've embraced the profound power of unfinished tasks, reframing them not as obstacles, but as unexpected allies in your cognitive arsenal. We've ventured beyond the surface, connecting the Zeigarnik effect to the deeper currents of evolutionary biology, the intricate dance of neuroplasticity, and the subtle mechanics of behavioral economics. This isn't abstract philosophy. Our exercises are specific, actionable, and designed for you to integrate right now. We've challenged your assumptions, transforming the nagging feeling of incompleteness from an enemy into a guide. Your brain is haunted by unfinished tasks. But what if that's a feature, not a bug? Next time you feel that lingering, "I should have done X," ask yourself, is this a ghost or a guide? What new insights have you gained about your own mind's workings today? Share your thoughts below, and let's continue to unravel the mysteries of human psychology together.